let Claude know now, say, I want to make a Webflow code component of, and then exactly what you just told me.
That's such a Webflow error. Required field name.
Now,
Oh,
boom.
nice.
It is cool. And the development experience is awesome.
This is cool. The aha moment has been achieved. Obviously, I want the range slider to go up and down.
Okay, there you go. Well, let your good friend Claude know. Duncan, how's it going?
Very good. Yeah, having a great day. Nice, cloudy, beautiful, warm day here. How are you?
Very good, very good. Just moved and I am happy about it. And another thing that I'm happy about is what we can see on the screen right here, which is code components. So this was released at Webflow Conf and I saw it and it looked super cool, but I was kind of intimidated by it in a way, which is interesting because I do like a whole bunch of AI coding stuff, but this just kind of seemed difficult to me for some reason. But today I messed around with it a little bit. It's super cool and it isn't hard to set up at all. So in this video, Duncan, let me ask, have you used code components before?
I have not touched it.
Well, excellent, because in this video, I am going to get you from zero knowledge of it to building code components. So anyone watching this is going to be able to do the same thing. We now have this open. By the way, anything that we do in this video, the links to all of it are going to be in the description if you want to follow along. So first things first, Duncan, go ahead and set up a site. What way do you usually set up a site? I do the client first clonable. What do you do?
Well, depends on the project. Usually I just go blank if it's for fun, because I think it's actually fun just to kind of play around in Webflow. But if it was for money, I would probably do client first. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's fun today, so just go ahead and set up a blank site.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite.
Exactly.
Whoa, that was new. Hang on. AI site builder. Okay, I'll play with that next time. All right, so we've got, what are we doing today? Code components?
Code components.
Components. Woo. Create.
Woo. All right. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is not in Webflow. Go ahead and create a new folder on your desktop. There we go. Call it code components, whatever you want. There you go. And then open that page that I sent you, which again, anyone watching, link is in the description to that page.
Okay.
And this is from Webflow, and it explains how to get everything up and running. The good news is we're not really going to need to read a whole lot of this because AI is going to do most of it for us. So scroll down a little bit more. There's only a couple things that we need to do. First things first, these commands right here. So you see npx create react app code components.
Yep.
And then that, yeah. I think you could just copy them both at the same time. Give it a go. I did one and then the other, but
Oh, I gotcha.
they're in the same copy box, so I suppose you could probably do them both at once.
We'll try it.
I cannot see a terminal, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Should I have one open?
Yes. Oh, I didn't even tell you to do that. I thought you were doing it in another window. All right.
Services.
New warp window.
All right, warp's got to open. Then I got to drag it.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, now run those commands.
It's thinking.
By the way, a new Claude model dropped today, and we're going to be using Claude Code in this video, so you'll get to test it out a bit.
Okay.
I used it today, and I mean, Claude Code's great. Like, I didn't notice any improvements, but to be honest, that might just be because Claude Code is so great that how much better can it really get? Okay, does it say now that you're in the...
Happy hacking.
Okay, do cd code dash components.
Yeah.
And hit enter. Oh, you're already in code. Okay, great. So in that case, you can run npm start. So just npm space start. There you go. And then that should open up some...
We got this message.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will allow. We then got another browser window.
Sweet. That is exactly what you want to have. You don't need to do anything else on this page at this moment. So go back to the page from Webflow.
Hey, real quick, do I have stuff in here now?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, great.
Yeah, I got all of that set up for you. So that page from Webflow, the documentation.
Gotcha.
And then install the Webflow CLI right there. So what you're going to want to do is actually go to the folder on your desktop, right there, the code components one, the one in, yeah, right there. And then do a new warp tab there. So right click, services, and then new warp tab here.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so now run that command that you just, yeah, right there. And hopefully it won't have sudo issues. What it should do is then it should open in Chrome, should have you authenticate a workspace. Now, go ahead and in here, run Claude to pop open Claude Code.
Okay.
And then, yes, proceed. And then go ahead and copy the URL of the documentation link that I sent you.
Okay.
And then go back into Claude Code, paste it, and say something like, turn this into a markdown file so that Claude knows how to build Webflow code components. This is what I did, and I have to say it worked like a charm.
Webflow Code Components.
There you go. So it's going to make a file, and then once it makes that file, you're going to say like, yeah, yes. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
So basically what it's going to do, and by the way, this is a good general practice to follow when you're using Claude Code or any sort of AI coding, is get the documentation, tell it to turn it into a markdown file. Just makes it way easier for it to like read and reference that.
Okay.
Because this one made it absolutely perfect on my end.
Cool. So it's basically it's pulling content from this page and creating a local file, which it can then
Yep,
reference.
exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, because then it's not going to have to run it every time. So exactly like that Webflow guide, hit yes, and then there you go. All right, now say add to the claude.md file, MD file, so that it knows to reference this document.
Cool, cool, cool.
So you look at that. So now it's created the documentation file, and along with that, it's added to its own instruction saying, hey, reference this document. So now it's going to work. So, Duncan, what is something, let's keep it relatively simple right now. For example, I did accordions. Maybe you could do accordions, or is there anything that you want to build?
What would be cool? Should it be interactive?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking a nice pricing calculator with maybe a slider or an input that adjusts the price based on the input.
Love it. All right. Well, let Claude know now. Say, I want to make a Webflow code component of, and then exactly what you just told me.
Okay. Of a simple pricing table with a single price input, period.
What's it doing now?
There should be a single input which updates the price in real time. The input should be a range slider. I forgot to say that. Nope.
I did not know what you were doing. Okay, that's pretty cool.
We should tell it the pricing. If the input is 100, the price is 10. If the input is 200, the price is 20. Extrapolate accordingly. All right. Super simple,
Boom.
but
Right.
should that work for our purposes?
That should work. I'd set it to plan mode first, though. So that is Shift Tab. Just click Shift Tab on your keyboard. You may need to do that twice. Yeah, one more. There you go. See, now it says plan mode. So quick Claude code tip for anyone who doesn't know this. Doing that Shift Tab, switching it to plan mode, just makes it so that it thinks a little bit harder about what it's going to do before it does it. For anything that's kind of complicated and has a bunch of nuances to it, you're going to want to do that. If it's simple, like change the color of this button, you're not going to want to do that because it's going to use a lot of time and tokens for absolutely no reason. So let's see. Yep. Okay. It looks like it knows what it's doing. I would let it rip.
I'm reading through real quick. This is cool. Okay. Okay, very cool. Auto accept edits or manual?
Yep.
What do you
Auto
generally
accept
do?
edits. And total disclaimer, like we may run into some issues. It may do something wrong. I think I had like one or two problems, but I mean, at the end of the day, Duncan, you made a price slider on the MemberStack website. Pull up a picture of that right here. It's fairly complicated, and I have to say that took you like a couple days, right?
It did. It was early days of AI. One of the first things I built with it, and it was a lot of copy and paste back and forth. I think it's like a couple hundred lines of code at this point.
Yeah, this is actually a really good developer experience. I find these Webflow code components because you can test everything locally and then you just run a command. It updates Webflow. You don't need to refresh. You don't need to publish or anything like that. And then in Webflow, you just click like accept changes and then it loads into Webflow. By the way, you can see and interact with it in the designer and in the preview mode. You don't need to like publish it to view custom code or anything, which is super cool.
All right, bash command.
I would, yeah. I don't remember running that command particularly, but it seems confident about it. Okay, and then go ahead and open that local dev site, the localhost 3000, and see if there's anything on there. Try to refresh.
Nothing yet.
Okay, go back to Warp and just say, I can't see anything on my local host.
Okay. All right, works differently than a typical React development server. You don't view the components on localhost. Instead, you need something. Webflow project using DevLink. Let me explain the proper workflow.
Okay, see, I did not have to do any of that. Go back to the documentation link, and
Okay.
there's something that we're going to run. Right, keep scrolling slowly. All right, right there. See where it says npx webflow? Yeah, go ahead and run that command. Yep, this is what's going to open now in the browser. So now you're going to go to Chrome.
It's loading. I'm going to bring it over.
It'll take a couple seconds for sure.
Is this going to load the like Webflow authorization screen?
Yes, but it only allows you to pick workspaces. So just pick member
Okay.
stack. Beautiful.
Great.
All right.
Load smooth. Close that. Back over
Back
here.
to it now. Sweet, and say, okay, I just installed it. What do I need to do in order to get these components working?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, fine. Let it do that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe do a new warp tab
Okay.
and just run this command. I find running commands like this, it's usually just better to just run the commands yourself.
All right. Which command?
It's that share command. It's the same one.
Here.
Yep. It's going to check if you've already done the authentication. Sure, fine.
Sure.
Why not? Why not? And create new code library.
Oh, I do want to do that?
Yep. The other one is the one that I made while I was testing.
Oh, right. Because we are now okay. Could you explain
Yeah.
a little bit about what is happening here?
You're basically setting up a library of stuff, which not only, by the way, could you now use these components on the site that you just set up, you could use them across any Webflow site in your workspace. So you can make like one component, have it on all your sites, update it, and it updates on all of the sites.
Very cool.
There we go. Is this trusted and
Trusted and
secure?
secure.
Should be. All right. What I would do is go ahead, copy this error, and then send it to Claude in the other window, and it should be able to figure it out, and it'll probably fix whatever issue. I remember having something similar, just some sort of issue that, yeah, it was literally this props import. Same problem that I was having.
Oh, I wonder if that's a bug in the documentation. That's such a Webflow error. Required field name.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the furthest we've gotten.
All right, so we just fixed it, and literally what we did here was this. We ran the npx webflow library share command, as you saw, ran into an error, copied the whole error, went back into Claude Code, pasted it. That happened probably, Duncan, 5 or 6 times.
It did.
And it just ran into one error, fixed it. Then ran into another error, fixed it, ran into another error, fixed it. Now we're good. It worked. It has created the library. So now we are at a point where we cannot see the code component that was created, and that's now what we're trying to fix. So Duncan, in Claude Code, go ahead and say, hey, okay, this is working now, but I still only see, and then copy whatever it says on localhost, whatever that is, edit, save, and reload. Say I only see this on localhost. Yeah, on localhost. Because it's pretty cool. When it does work, what you can actually see is like, you can see all of the components, like one after the other, which is super good for development, obviously. Okay. Yep, okay. Say I want to test it locally, import it into app.js.
Test it locally, import into app.js, like that?
Yep.
App.js?
Yeah. It'll know.
Okay, cool.
Could have even just said import into app, and it would have done it. Okay, so I thought that the thing that showed all the components was like just a default part of this feature, but I guess that's actually something that Claude set up for me. Okay, so now you should be able to see it.
Oh.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
I
progress.
had the same thing. So go ahead, copy that error and send it.
To Claude?
Yep, to Claude.
Okay. Can't resolve. Okay. Oh, interesting. Just a file naming issue?
Probably, yeah. All right, check now.
Oh,
Boom.
nice.
Okay, so you can see this, and now what we're going to do is go into Webflow. We're going to get this into Webflow. We're going to make it work in Webflow, and then we're going to kind of, fix it up. So do you see the little book on the left-hand sidebar, which I have not really used up until this point? Yeah, click that, and then you see pricing components is available to install.
Ooh.
There you go. Go ahead and install that library.
This is cool. The aha moment has been achieved.
Yes, it is cool. And the development experience is awesome. So now go to your components.
Okay.
Just like that, normal. So you can see pricing table, drag it in.
Nice.
There you go. And look at the props on the right-hand side. Like this isn't just You could build
Let's
components with this, which you can now
go.
switch things out on,
Yeah.
which is super cool. So now, Duncan, what's the problem with this? And I don't want a specific answer, just like you're building this for your website. What do you not like about it?
Let's see. What do I not like about it? Oh, man, the problem is it's really good.
It is
um,
pretty good. We can just make it more complicated.
yeah. I want it to be vertical. Of course. Obviously, I want the range slider to go up and down.
Okay, there you go.
Hmm.
Well, let your good friend Claude know.
Okay. So here, let's go over here. We're here with Claude. Hey, Claude, my good friend. This is almost perfect. However, I would prefer the range slider to be vertical instead of horizontal. I would also like it to be easier to select. So please make the handle larger and change the orientation. All right. Is that good?
Yep.
Man, voice to text, it's so crazy. Just thinking about 5 years ago, I remember getting really into like, oh, voice to text is gonna be big one day, so I should start practicing. Like when it was not good.
Yeah.
Now I just spoke to a computer, and it is going and updating the code, and then it is pushing it into Webflow, which is absurd. Like this is actually crazy. Like picture you 5 years ago watching this. Like this would be magic, literal magic.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
It is. It is. That's the thing. Whenever because I am not, immune to this, I and anyone else runs into issues like this, we're like, Claude is being stupid today. It's like, can we just think about the fact that that's actually a thing and that we're able to do that, let alone voice to text? I need to hop on the voice to text wave because I haven't been using it, but like, no, it's absurd. So, what do you think? Do you want to make it better?
I mean, this to me, like I said, I've hit the aha moment. I'm kind of getting the idea that this is powerful, and it also feels like the kind of thing that I'm surprised it's this good this quickly. That was my experience with Webflow, actually. Like I discovered Webflow when I was going to school for graphic and web design. And it was funny because the day I found it, I was walking down the hall. I was a freshman, and all the senior projects were on the wall, all the websites.
Yeah.
And just that day, I had built a better website than all of the senior projects thanks to Webflow. But I was still like not good at Webflow yet. I knew I had to get better. This feels the same to me. This feels super powerful, and like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm already surprised by how good it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a similar, not in school, because you know me, but I had a similar experience with Webflow. I used to just use anything, like anything at all, to build websites, basically whatever the client said they wanted it on. And so I basically was switching between WordPress, which at the time didn't really have any great page builders, and things like, Wix, Squarespace, and all that.
Yeah.
And basically, I was either in like, this is so confusing and so difficult territory, or it's like, I cannot customize this at all territory with like Wix and Squarespace, which I hear they're a lot better now, but anyways, besides the point. And then I was shown Webflow, and it was just like, whoa. And if I show you, I'll find it one day. The first site that I built in Webflow, like it is disgusting. It is like I should be in jail for how ugly that website was. But exactly what you just said. I had that moment where I wasn't good at it, but I was like, wait a minute, this is something else. And yeah, this right here, these code components, like you can see right now, I mean, how long would it have taken you before to get this set up? Like a working range slider price calculator.
Yeah, right. Oh gosh, not this fast.
Nope.
And I
Nope.
can see how there will be all these like intricacies over time to figure out what is worth making a code component and what is worth having live in Webflow. I imagine
Yeah.
that'll be more of an art than a science at first, but I'm looking forward to kind of getting a feel for that. Okay, so I'm pushing my changes.
See, okay, this just worked for you perfectly. So now pop this open again. You can see it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You're not going to like accidentally push something live. Go to the libraries tab again in
Okay.
Webflow. Review changes.
I got the hammer demo project created by.
And if let's say it changes something with a prop which could override some stuff, it'll actually tell you that. Like,
Oh,
oh, this
cool.
could break something if you accept these changes. Go and check it out, check out why. And there you go. And so you can use this in preview mode. You can change anything you want to change. It's super cool. Like, this is what I really wanted this video to be for because I think people are going to use this and build some really awesome stuff. They're going to update, the pricing page on their website that they've been kind of scared to do for quite a long time. All of the videos that I've seen, or actually I haven't really seen many videos on it. It's just seems intimidating. But as you can see here, this has been pretty easy. You get errors, but that's something with coding with AI. Like if you're used to Webflow, and I mean both myself and Duncan, like we're Webflow developers. We're not, traditional developers in any way. We're not used to seeing all of these errors. So when we see something like this big 45 line like error code, Duncan, how do you feel when you see that?
Like taking a nap.
Yes, exactly. We're not used to it. We know how our tools work. We use them correctly, and we don't run into these errors. That's partially due to us, and that's partially due to just Webflow being so awesome. But that's the thing, a lot of people just don't do it when they see those errors. But it's really not hard. You gotta be okay with the errors. You gotta know that I'm gonna get this error. It's gonna be like 70 lines, and I don't care, and I don't even need to figure it out because I'm just gonna send it to my good friend Claude, who is gonna figure it out.
Yes.
So, Duncan, I'm glad you got to see this. Do you think code components are something that you're going to be using in the future?
100%. Yeah.
Agreed. 1000%. I've got nothing else to say. I'm glad that this went as well for you as it went for me. And really now I'm just looking for more use cases and something that I can see us doing. MemberStack, we make a lot of components for the Webflow community. Perhaps we could make some really cool code components for the Webflow community too. Something to think about. Duncan, any final words on code components?
No, I mean, just thank you for showing me how they work. I appreciate it.
Thank you for learning.
Mhm.
All right.
See
See you
ya.
soon.